Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be my Age Gracefully Nutrition Series Part 1, the weight loss hacks, and hello and welcome back. So you have that one friend that always seemed to have been on the heavier side, and then some time goes by, you don't see them for a while, and then you see them again, but something has changed. They've lost a significant amount of weight, like we're talking 15, 20 pounds. And then the first thing that you notice is, wow, they look so much younger. So yes, weight loss not only improves your metabolic health, but it also makes you appear younger, healthier, and more vibrant. And from the age of 35 and on, when it comes to stubborn weight, the usual weight loss fixes like caloric deficit and exercise might not be as helpful as they used to be, which is why I'm here to help you guys out. So who am I? I'm Dr. Kazzi. I'm a registered dietitian with an extensive background in nutrition and dietetics. I have a PhD in rehabilitation science. I'm a published author, and the reason I'm here on YouTube is to create a nutritionally informed community. So why does weight management get a bit more challenging after 35? Here are 3 possible reasons. But first, a quick disclaimer, these tips are designed for generally healthy women and are not intended to take the place of medical advice that you receive from your healthcare provider. Number 1, natural metabolic decline. Around the age of 35, a woman's metabolic rate tends to slow down due to natural changes in muscle mass and hormonal shifts. So lean muscle mass, which burns more calories than fat tissue, naturally declines with age. A 2021 study in the Journal of Science found that the metabolic rate slows down approximately 1 to 2% per decade after the age of 30, meaning fewer calories are burned at rest than when you're younger. So you could basically just sit around, do nothing, and your body would burn calories when you were a teenager and in your 20s. This gradual reduction makes it easier to gain weight and harder to lose it without adjusting caloric intake and increasing our physical activity, which is another reason why building muscle is so important in your late 30s. Number 2 reason, hormonal changes and insulin sensitivity. So hormonal fluctuations, especially around perimenopause, which can start as early as your late 30s, can significantly impact your weight loss. So estrogen, which influences where the body fat is stored, starts to decline, often resulting in more abdominal fat storage. I know it's the worst. And as we all know, it's harder to lose. So additionally, a decline in estrogen can contribute to reduced insulin sensitivity, which can lead to higher blood sugar levels and then increased fat storage. Research in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism highlights that even slight changes in estrogen levels can increase body fat, particularly, unfortunately, again, in the abdominal area. Number 3 reason, lifestyle demands and stress levels. So women in their late 30s often juggle careers and family responsibilities and other social demands, which can lead to increased stress and disrupted sleep patterns. So both stress and lack of sleep can raise your cortisol levels, a hormone that's associated with increased appetite and fat storage. So again, it goes to the abdominal area. So a 2018 study in the Journal of Obesity found that higher cortisol levels were linked to weight gain, especially in midlife women, due to the stress of balancing various life demands. So this can make weight loss especially harder despite the diet restrictions and exercise efforts. Even though these factors combined can make weight loss after 35 more challenging, with targeted strategies, it is possible to mitigate these effects. There are ways and there are paths. Here are 3 things you can start doing today to lose weight and keep it off. Number 1, increase your intake of protein per meal. So this is such a game changer. So if you're a woman and you're in your late 30s, you absolutely have to start building all of your meals around protein, not your carbohydrates. Depending on your activity level, you need about 0.8 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of weight. So if you're, say, 125 pounds, that's about 57 kilograms. So roughly about 45 to 50 grams of protein. You want to split that throughout the day. So about 20 to 25 grams of protein per meal. And this is totally doable. 1 cup of Greek yogurt is 20 grams. A half a cup of ground turkey is about 20 grams. A half a cup of tofu is about 20 grams. 1 cup of lentils is also about 20 grams of protein. The reason increasing protein helps is because it boosts the metabolism. It preserves the lean muscle mass and it makes you feel full, reducing your appetite. So how does that work? Protein increases the production of satiety hormones, glucagon-like peptide 1, cholecystokinin, while reducing the production of hunger hormones such as ghrelin. I'd recommend Googling foods that are high in protein that you enjoy eating and then build the remainder of your meal around it. So you can definitely complement with complex carbohydrates like fruits, veggies, legumes, and whole grains, and of course, healthy fats. But you will notice you'll be adding on less of these other macros because again, you're focusing on your protein. Number 2, narrow your eating window. By now, for sure, you've probably heard a lot about intermittent fasting, time-restricted eating, chrononutrition. Let me distill it for you. We really don't need to have 3 large meals spread throughout the day. Narrowing your eating window gives your body the ability to rest, to rejuvenate itself, and to set all of its metabolic ducks in order, so to speak. When you don't eat for a longer period of time, your body runs out of sugar and starts to burn fat for energy. This process is called metabolic switching. If you don't have any other underlying medical conditions, the general rule of thumb is to eat your day's calories within an 8-hour window. So have a late breakfast, let's say around 11 a.m., and try to have your last meal before 6 p.m. Also, when you stop eating earlier in the day, this is going to improve your sleep, which is also going to increase your metabolic health. Number 3, increase your intake of high quality fat. I know this sounds so counterintuitive, but there's so much evidence right now that high quality organic fats like cold pressed olive oil, grass-fed butter, raw nuts and seeds, the fat in free-range eggs, the fat in avocados, coconut cream, and milks are extremely satiating and nutrient dense and actually do not contribute to obesity. It's been well established in research for decades now that one of the outcomes for epileptic patients who are put on a strict high-fat, low-carb diet as part of their treatment plan to manage their epileptic episodes is that these patients also lose weight. By significantly reducing the carbohydrates, the body switches to burning fat for energy, which can result in weight loss, especially with that stubborn fat. But let's not get carried away. The recommendation for a generally healthy woman is to moderately reduce the carbohydrates and increase the high quality fats. Do not confuse this with overly processed, poor quality fats like seed oils and their hydrogenated byproducts. These include canola oil, corn oil, safflower oil, vegetable oil, soybean oil, and margarine, which are all in most of the processed foods, such as your pastries, your chips, your canned soups. Yes, they are hiding in your canned soups. Crackers, cookies, breakfast cereals, mixed nuts, and even some of the bread brands out there. These kinds of fats do the opposite. They have no nutritive value and they're loaded with empty calories and actually contribute to inflammation, which increases the retention of fat. So there you have it. These are 3 recommendations that you can start applying today to see a dramatic and sustained difference in your weight loss journey in just a few weeks' time. Of course, practices like regular exercise, decreasing your intake of, let's say, sugary beverages, and decreasing your stress levels will also assist with healthy and maintained weight loss. If you have any questions, please go ahead and post them below. I'd be happy to address them. I truly hope that you found this information beneficial, and if so, you can go ahead and subscribe, ring that notification bell, and join the nutritionally informed community. Thanks for watching. Bye.